suggest a new strategy, Allie.
Only different in your mind.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I had like a Jeffree Star moment and be like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey, how are ya? I can't do it. I can't pull it off. Like, I'm not Jeffree. But like this mirror, my mirror, Sleeping Beauty, makes me want to be Jeffree. Like, pull a Jeffree. Look at it. Would you look at that? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be doing the second part of my Star Wars series, which is the Pat McGrath Mothership Star Wars Dark Galaxy palette. It's the red droid, and this one actually does have one matte shade in it. It's this one right here, and then the rest are all shimmers. So I go in, I show you how I pair it with some matte shades first, because I have to go in with mattes for like the basic layout of my look, and then I show you how I transform it with these shimmers from this palette. And do I need to say anything more? Because I'm obsessed with it. I love the way it turned out. I love the pink like duochrome right in the center. Beautiful. So I'm not gonna ramble on too much. I'll leave more of my thoughts at the end of the video. But other than that, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So here's the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Star Wars Dark Galaxy palette. I'm going to be grabbing my basic mattes from all my Viseart shades here that I have. I have all the Visearts, and I have a couple of Natasha Denona colors, as well as some Dominique Cosmetic colors down here. This is like my everyday go-to palette that can do me no wrong. So I'm going to be grabbing my Morphe M124 brush, and I'll be going in with this cream white shade, and I'm just going to be packing that on right under my brow bone. And then I also take a little right here onto my tear duct and kind of start working onto my inner lid here. It's just going to kind of open up my eye area. You can see the difference just right away by putting that white here and here, how different it makes my eye look. Now I'm going to grab my M504 brush, and I'm going to warm up my crease with these kind of 4 colors right here. And I'm going to use this as like my transition shade, which I'm popping right here above the crease line. I'm blending out by going back and forth, and then little circular motions. I could almost do this movement in my sleeve. I'm so excited because we're going to Disneyland on Thursday. Today it is Sunday, and we're going to go through the new Star Wars land, and I cannot wait. I have not seen it yet, so I'm super, super stoked. So there is one matte shade in this palette, and is this purple one right here, and that is called Venomous Void. So I'm going to take this brush, it's the M514, and I'm going to start tapping that onto the outer half of my lid here and build up the intensity. And after I have tapped it down, I'm going to start going back and forth with windshield wiper motions, and I'm going to just keep building it up by doing the exact same motions. And then I will grab that M504 brush and go right over the top of it, because I don't want any skipping here in the color, so I'm just going to go back and forth right on top. And I'll just continue to do this throughout the whole eyeshadow look. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty Lavender Powder here. I'm going to take my JH10 brush here, and I'm going to stamp that here on the outer corner just so I can keep it looking nice and crisp. Next I'm going to grab this deep shade right here called Smoked Amethyst. Has some very like light glitter reflex in it, super pretty. And then I'm going to take my Morphe M167. I'm going to start packing this on top of Venomous Void, right on the outer V, just to intensify this out here on this area and deepen it up. Next I'm going to grab Odyssey, and I'm going to be taking my JH41. I'm going to start packing this onto the entire inner part of the lid. It's a really pretty like kind of purple shift, like light purple, almost pink reflect in it. And I'm actually going to switch to my Huda Beauty Fender Bender instead. So this just applies shimmer pigment so beautifully. Using the same Fender Bender, I'm going to go in with the lightest color in here, which is called Cosmic. It's like a really pretty pinkish purple. And I'm going to take that and pop it right onto the center. And it has this beautiful shift underneath it. Now grabbing my JH07 brush, I'm going to just pick up a little more of that lavender color, or lavender powder. And I'm going to use that to buff away the fallout and then that bake on the side of my eye. And you can see it left me with that nice line without it being super sharp. Now I'm going to grab this M431 brush and the color Venomous Void. I'm going to put this onto my lower lash line. Now grabbing my JH37, and I'm just going to take a combination of these four colors again, and I'm just going to buff that right underneath the Venomous Void. Now I'm taking my M432 brush, and I'm going to grab Smoked Amethyst, and I'm going to just kind of stamp that along the lower, I'd say outer half of my lash line. And as I'm stamping it on, and I'm kind of pulling in a downward motion. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a small winged line, and I'm going to take my Benefit roller liner, and I'm just going to do a very small wing. Next I'm going to take my Natasha Denona Blackest Black, and I'm going to use my JH43 brush, and I'm just going to go on top of that liner, gives it that flawless look without you having to like stress and be a perfectionist. Okay, next I'm just going to throw on some mascara. I'm going to use my Lancome Definicels. I haven't used this one in a hot minute, and it's one of my favorites, like for years. Definicels is a mascara that I feel doesn't get the respect that it deserves, because like I'm coating my lashes here, and I feel like I almost don't even need to put on my falsies. But you know I'm going to, because I love them. It's another word of advice. If you have never worn falsies before, just don't start. Don't start. You'll never know what you're missing out on. So I'm just grabbing my Ardell 3D Foam Mink lashes. They're in the style 858. I love these lashes like almost more than life. Now I'm going to be grabbing my Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Matte Setting Spray. Being an oily girl, have been loving this. Make sure you shake it up super good. Otherwise you'll get the white spots like you typically get from most matte setting sprays. And if you do get some white spots, it's totally fine. Like I've got a couple right on the top of my forehead here. Just grab your beauty blender and kind of tap them in. And now I'm going to take my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash and apply that to my lower lashes. And then next, the last part is highlighter. And I want to kind of layer this up here. I'm going to grab my Jaclyn Hill highlighter palette in the color of the Flash, and I'm going to do a couple of things here. I'm going to grab the color Ice, pop that on, and then I'm going to grab my Fenty Beauty highlighter in Water Brat, because this has like those pinky kind of purple tones. Since this is so beautiful, I'm just going to take some of that and go over top of it, so it can have some of that same vibe without being so oof. I do the same thing with Trophy Wife too when I wear it. I use Trophy Wife more as like an eyeshadow, and I love when I use it. It's just a total moment. And then I'm going to go back into my Flash palette and go in with Gleam. And I'm going to take my E36 brush, and I'm going to put that right on the inner corner of my eye here, and you can see just how like even more awake this eye looks. It's all about the trickery, guys. We're tricking our eyes to see different things. I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty lip liner in the color Muse and line my lips.
May the force be with you.
And then I'm gonna go in with my Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the, or it's the Hydra Matte in the color Skinny Dip.
Not as clumsy or random as a lamp.
And I'm gonna take a little bit of concealer and just kind of shorten the line on this side. I mean, both sides of it. Okay, so that's it. This look is complete using the Pat McGrath Mothership Star Wars Dark Galaxy palette. I think it's gorgeous. So pretty. I mean, like that pink duochrome right on the center of my eyes is stunning. I'm obsessed with this look. Every time I wear it, I get crazy compliments on it. It's in a league of its own. It's super girly too. I love that. And there's just nothing that compares to Pat McGrath's formula. I know people are like, oh, formula, yeah. But it's just, once you use it, you're obsessed with it. Are there other good formulas out there? Of course there are. It's just, I don't know, she does something magical. So I am obsessed with her shadows and the way that they turn out, the way they perform. I'm obsessed with their longevity as well. They last all day. No, like they don't crease, they don't wear down. They just look beautiful all day long. So as they should, for the amount of money that you pay for them. That concludes my little Star Wars series here from Pat McGrath. I've been loving these palettes. I've been using them all the time. You know I'm going to use them like crazy while I'm over there at Disneyland as well, of course, to celebrate the new Star Wars land. And have you guys seen the new Rise of Skywalker movie? I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was a typical Star Wars movie, but Kylo Ren, what can I say? Makes me want to join the dark side. Just saying. Don't tell my husband I said that. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, go ahead and give it a big ol' thumbs up. Leave any comments, requests, questions, anything down below. I'd love to talk to you guys. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join the AAC, the Allie Ann clan, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.